Thank you very much. Well, first, is everybody having a good night so far?
Yes.
Excellent. Put your hands together one more time for D. Allen. Thank you very much. It was a blessing hearing your work. And I have to disagree with you on one thing. You are not going to be followed by a better poet. I apologize in advance to you and the crowd for that. But thank you very much, Kellyanne and Elaine, for putting this together. This has been great, and I'm looking forward to hearing much more work. I saw a long list of poets on the list, so this is going to be great to see. So I'll open it with one of my signature pieces that I normally open a lot of shows with. For those who haven't heard me before, it'll be new. For those who are regulars of Poetry by the Bay, you've heard it 50 million times, and this will be 50 million and one. It's called Make Me Out. Make me out to be who you want me to be. I'm just another person that's out here struggling, trying to understand life. Develop my own opinion and try to predict the beginning of any problems before it starts. You see, so very few write for the love of the art, while the art had found me, lost, and it led me, starving, and it fed me. Shaky hand turned steady and got me ready for the battles that are to come. And they're coming, y'all. So many will never leave where they're from, long enough to know that the weight of a crumb is like a fortune to some that are less fortunate. So the goal is never to run without direction. Every letter that I write is an investment that is never wasted. Every word is a puzzle piece that I never placed. Every sentence a permanent thought that I could never erase. Every verse or poem, its meaning I haven't been able to trace, so I just say them to y'all hoping it helps. If not a waste, right? I've been writing for 25 years, so I got a case. In computer lingo, probably a couple gigs worth of rhymes. So I'm asking you to listen, and I appreciate your time as I learn to appreciate myself. Yeah, it's true. I'm just writing for my health. This is my therapy. My version of punching a pillow, my diversion from reality's woes. My heart and soul is in every thought that I compose. Make me out to be who you want, but until the curtain closes, I'm only me. Thank you much. I'm a little nervous. I haven't featured in like a year. So I kind of stay very near home base. Poetry by the Bay is really the only poetry show I've been going to for at least a few years now. But I got to get out a little bit more. I'm so thankful that you guys invited me here, and this is a great event once again. I was so nervous. I was a little nervous leaving the house. I'm married. My wife and son are back there. How you doing, baby? Like some married men will tell you, our outfits are normally not picked by us anymore. We may give approval, but it's normally picked by someone else with better taste. So my wife wasn't home, and I'm like, what do I wear for a feature? What are you wearing? Something like that. So I'm like, it's in Berkeley, it's poetry, so okay, when's the next time I'm gonna be able to wear a tie-dye shirt and a corduroy jacket? I mean, yeah, it fits the scene. Hopefully she approves. I don't know. All right, so the next one, I apologize. We're going to be doing a lot of things from the phone today because our printer wasn't working, so we'll just roll with me on that. This one's called I Don't Trust You. I don't trust you if you can't change a tire. We are all stretched thin, worn down by the bumps and gravel roads, heated by the constant pressure to inevitably explode, punctured by the smallest shard of glass will have you outside in the cold. I can't trust a man that can't tie a tie. None of us can rely or lean constantly on others to do our bidding. Under the collar, we're all fitting in and trying not to choke, fail, or miss an opportunity for growth. Physically lying through restricted throats, pretending to be more than just hope. At least I hope. I can't trust a woman that cannot braid hair. Fiction and facts get intertwined like extensions, not to mention how we find parts through scalp lines is like mapping out life's route. I'm accustomed to driving with a navigator. We all have doubts while in uncharted territory. Turns are often missed. Help me learn how to exist within the moment instead of tangled in the tangible abyss. A couple people might be pissed off at the surface. The point is deeper when trust is the purpose. I can't trust a poet that can't look in the mirror. Vision is always clearer when external, pointing flawed fingers, preaching sermons, never addressing anything but progression from a treadmill, logging miles, going nowhere, faking smiles, unlimited minutes, but never dials in on what's inside their self. Life's about balance. Water and fire often collide. Some speak truth but live lies, or vice versa. Some speak deep but can't swim. Nobody's perfect. Some talk big but can't walk in size 10s but still purchase. Trust starts from within. As I begin to teach my daughter how to drive and my son how to make a Windsor knot so they both can survive, I can't teach my daughter to braid hair, but to weave through life. I'll try. And to the poets, trust that what you derive will be an extension of your fire. Please keep my family in your prayers tonight before you close your eyes. All right, the next one, I'm sure the title will, you'll figure it out throughout. It's repeated several times. In case you have not noticed, I am black. No, really, seriously, Some prefer African American, a hyphenated, complicated, politically gentrificated. Yes, I just made that word up, don't look it up. Me, I am black. Unapologetically, not sorry for the way I be butchering the language while making it sound so cool. I am black. What existed before light, what encompasses every color and absorbent. What we don't understand breeds fright. I am black. The original man diluted and refuted, muted, faded in the wash into a darker shade of gray. I am black. Undefinable. I never colored in the lines. The N-word is only a slur if we give power to the offender. I am black. And refuse to change my title to make you comfortable. Who I am existed before you and will be here after you're gone. I am black. My ancestry tree is rooted in my veins. Every victory and every pain remains like grass stains. I am black. Darker than the brown bag test. To those that are bleaching, I beseech you. To those straightening, I hope I reach you where it burns. What I've learned is that no man can define me as less than who I choose to accept. I am black. And I'm proud of every tan I get in the summertime. Our insecurities get underlined and redefined every decade because it's given a negative connotation. I don't have the patience. I am black and will remain so as long as I exist. Educated, middle class, but still my blackness will persist. I am a product with no barcode, so please read between the lines. Who I am is something you'll never define. I am black. Somebody keep track of time for me. I have no idea where I am on this one. That's the thing. When you don't feature for a while, you don't know clocks, how they work anymore. It's just, I think that might be a poet's curse, period. Once you get on stage, like time just stands still up there, but the audience is like, you've been up there 15 minutes. Can you,
Take your time, take your time.
Thank you. Shoot, it's a pleasure to be here. And thank you very much for the Poetry by the Bay members who made it out. Thank you guys so much for coming. If you're ever in the Vallejo area, the second and fourth Thursday of the month, it does happen right at
7:30.
7:30. I was going for the location.
Oh!
Because I was going to say the hub, but now we're no longer located in the hub. It's the Oddfellows building directly next door, 342 Georgia Street. Just go to Poetry by the Bay on Facebook. Facebook. And we just started Instagram.
That place.
Yeah, that place. At what place stories that everybody talks about. You know, it's popular online. Facebook, yeah. But yeah, so check it out. Definitely, the new host of the show is actually here, Jeremy, and he's doing a phenomenal job. And we're also on Instagram. 10 years into the show, we finally started an Instagram account. We figured it was time. We have 7 followers so far. All right, so the next one is called At Some Point. I lost self and never asked for directions. Fell off, got back to the shelf, skipped inspection. Untreated infection, smelling the shit I stepped in, became a tool or weapon, immune to suggestions, not careful about who I let in, feeling like a guest in my own home is like a rest in, because peace is the lost piece of the puzzle within. Struggles begin from within. We look for answers. We look up for answers, right to find blame, left for excuses, left feeling useless, left to find our roles in this distorted truth. Previously deported youth, ignorance played aloof, no witnesses and no proof. Dismiss the case, but we're used to that by now, right? Especially when the accused is, let's not even get into that. Slightly off the subject, let me pause. My flaws are more than paper thin. I faked the win on far too many losses, raked in too many compliments I didn't deserve. My applause meter was audited and I owe more than I'm worth. That's why I do most of my pieces unrehearsed. I'm first to admit that my tongue is too sharp, my doubts are too dark, I bite with no bark, so stay away from the fence, because I'm on the fence about how long this leash is, or if I'm strong enough to break it. Cycled through too many trifling fools, graduated from enlightenment school that never took time to apply jewels and became part of the cycle. I write to discover me. Maybe I can't write my way out of a brown paper bag. Well, then the inside of this bitch is about to be covered in ink. Thank you all for being my therapist as I shrink my ego to a more manageable size, because egos are just shields until we learn to use our swords. The melody we hide behind until we find our chords. Why we so often run from what we should be fighting for. I'll stop accepting what's given and reach for more at some point. Eventually I'm gonna have a book like my brother here, and I'm gonna say, this came from this book. Right now, it's just coming from my phone. So, no one call me right now, because it's gonna mess up the poem. Just ain't right. Alright, so the next one I found here.
It's an iPhone's being done.
Right. The smarter the phone, the dumber the person. It's just what it is. So this next, for the flip phone, I'm thinking BlackBerry myself. I miss my BlackBerry. Yeah. I love BlackBerry. I was a big BlackBerry fan.
They still make them.
See, we switched over to iPhones, and I haven't gone back since, and now I'm just spoiled, and I can't find my car without the thing now. So. All right, so the next one I found is, it's called I Don't Fit. I don't fit in anything off department store racks. I'm tall and bony, so they say, go to big and tall. But what they fail to realize is that the adjoining word is and, not or. So if I let go of these pants, they're on the floor. I don't fit in the stereotype you've conjured up to suit me. I'm a custom-made hoopty, but I prefer the term classic. Being different as a kid would get your ass kicked. My college prep school counselor told my mom to send me to trade school, but I trade riches for rags. I'm the type to pop a tag at TJ Maxx. I couldn't find a pair of pants to reach my socks, so I had to sag. I don't fit in with any crowd or any label. I'm left-handed, so please sit to the right-hand side at my table where we eat. I'm not a poet. I just share a little of what I know. Shit, I don't rhyme on purpose. Sometimes